All right, guys, good morning. How are we doing? We are talking mid-August, and check out that sky. Check out that, I mean, absolutely nothing going on today in terms of weather-wise. We're gonna have a stunner. It's gonna be a hot one. It's gonna be 96, of course. But we're gonna put slabs in the boat. We're gonna be talking about little things I do to get these finicky summer fish to bite. And they're gonna be finicky, ain't no joke about it. So I'm just gonna go over some things today in this episode that might intrigue you to try on your home lake to see if it works on your own. So we're gonna get out here, enjoy a day, at least an early morning. It is early, with not many boats out here at all. So check it out. Just a beautiful day, guys. Sun is rising. Fish are about to go in the boat. And that's our topic today. Little bitty tips to get that finicky summer bite to actually close that gap. And so here we go. Now my play today is to golf as well. For you that don't know, I'm a very avid golfer, which I'm very excited about PTG and their golf simulation. If you haven't seen or heard about that, you guys should check it out. But so I call this a retirement day. Even though I'm not officially retired, I call this a retirement day. So all you guys that are retired, I'm sure you have your days that you're like, this is the epitome. Well, today's my epitome. I get to fish in the morning, golf in the evening. When I say evening, usually in the afternoon. Good representation of a thermocline right there, guys. You can really see it on my home lake, which is interesting. I've been fishing Wren Lake quite a bit, and you don't see it as much. But again, I don't really fish that deep of water at Wren Lake, so I would probably need to be fishing deeper water. We're, of course, in about 30 plus foot of water. Even though that's flashing 7.2, 7.1, guys, don't bother with it. It auto corrects itself. It doesn't bother me. There it goes. We're at 20 foot. See, it's going back and forth, and eventually it'll settle on the number. But either way, here we go. There we go. Yeah. Oh, great starting fish, guys. Welcome to the episode. The swamp from the hair jig pack is crushing it. Boom, great fish right there. All right, so probably number one thing, this is really, standard. Stay back. On finicky fish, the most important thing, in my opinion, is staying back and not disrupting them. Typically, they're very sensitive, they're very lethargic, and you have to move this bait as slow as possible. So that's actually two things. Stay back and slow presentation. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't still play the fish. You still got to play the fish, but everything's going to be done at the rate in which they're moving, in my opinion. So if you've got lethargic, slow-moving fish, everything has to be happening just a little slower. And that's one and two. There we go. More fish in the boat. Let's go. The other thing I don't mention too often, and I don't mention it enough, I do play the screen quite a bit. And when they're this finicky, playing the screen is critical. And that means when I see the fish covering up the bait, I'm pulling, especially when I'm with a hair jig, because obviously you have nothing to risk. You're not going to pull your plastic off your hook, etc. Right there, I pull, and even if I miss, it's okay. Boom. Man, you looked a lot better. You looked a lot better, but you're still good fish. Still a good fish. All right, right there, guys. Look at that. Good fish. There's one of them. Perfect. Now another thing I would talk about is size of bait. So here's one of our hair jigs right there. That name is Jack. What I like to do is I like to take off about maybe about a third of the tail. Now look what I'm doing to that bait. Smaller presentation, and you know, if I get it wet, you'll really get to appreciate it because you'll see the tail. But a much smaller presentation to the fish. I don't know what it is, but for me, at least on my lake, big baits don't typically work when these fish are this finicky. The other thing, a number 4 item, is I'm using the smallest braid possible, and that's Comet sniping braid. It's not a plug, it's a reality that when you're dealing with a small micro diameter braid, there's less of a chance of them seeing it. Now I believe, I'm in the camp of if they're hungry, they're gonna eat regardless. That's my camp. But why not take advantage of the Asteroid, which is a black small diameter braid, or the Comet. I like high vis because my eyes are old. All right, more fish in the boat, let's do it. Dropping right in on them. Trying a different bait now, hardcore plastic, the ribbed one. Maybe that gets some really good water action near the fish. Let's see if it works. Boom. Wow, that worked. That worked well. Oh man, that's awesome. So that'd be another thing, I guess. You know, you got to try out different baits. I'm trying out different baits left and right. This is the hardcore. This got a ribbed, like a mini minnow. A lot of ribs on it right now. You know, I'm trying to stir it up. I'm trying to, let me get that on there better, make some commotion down there to wake these fish up. And those ribs on this hardcore plastic is really awesome. I'm using monkey milk. Boom. Now we're catching fish. I like that. This is a better fish too. Oh yeah. That's a slab. It's on that small little hardcore bait, and that is a good fish right there for us. We're gonna keep him for probably pictures. Man, that's good stuff right there, Maynard. Now, in regards to rods, we got to cover it, okay? My personal opinion is a 10-footer is the best rod you can do for crappie fishing. I don't care if you're casting, it just allows you to do everything. When I mean everything, I mean vertical jig, flip, and cast. And in my opinion, a rod that is stiff, very sensitive, and everybody's going to say their rods are sensitive, but in order to be truly sensitive, I believe the rod has to be on the stiff side so you feel everything. If it's got a lot more play or fast action in it, it's going to be less ability to set the hook extremely fast. The hammer, and this is again not a plug, it's just I worked on this rod for so long, it probably, you guys are going to consider it a plug, but I'm going to tell you right now, a stiff rod 10-footer like the hammer is, it's just so valuable because I can set the hook immediately because of how stiff it can be on this, on the second piece, which makes it very unique. It's also built very strong, so you can boat flip whatever you'd like. Just my opinion on a finicky bite. That's what I would absolutely love. Now we're gonna continue fishing here, put some more fish in the boat, have fun. Guide trips are going great. Just so you know, we've been doing a lot of guide trips on Wren Lake. This fishing right here on my home lake is a little bit more difficult, but if people would like to come here, give me a shout out, 618-694-5162, all that good stuff. Let's put some fish in the boat. Now guys, we have been to a lot of piles today. Not necessarily in the episode, but I can tell you that I have searched and searched, and I have found fish, and I have found fish that just won't eat it all. And it is definitely a combination of changing baits and changing up your tactics to get them. And again, I'm always playing the screen. That's me playing the screen right there. Proof that you don't get every one of those fish, but I'm playing the screen. I'm risking pulling it up just because I know how finicky and light the bite is. No hesitation, bring it back in, cast it back out. That's the repetition you're gonna be doing all day on a finicky bite like this. But you can fit fish in the boat just like you're seeing. There we go. Gotta really play him right now, man. Oh, and he got off. Dang. Dang. Such a light bite, guys. That's what happens. Now, a lot of people are gonna ask, why don't you have minnows, etc. And I agree. I think minnows puts a couple extra fish in your boat, but I can tell you on some guide trips on a finicky summer bite, you can watch a crappie absolutely have no shot at catching a minnow, even with only a 6-inch leader off of weight. And so I have found that actually the plastics are getting the most action, but I do think having the extra minnows in the boat is a good thing. All right, guys, that's gonna end it. It is a finicky bite, but we got some fish in the boat today, and I'm so happy about that. We got, you know, and we went through all the different tips that are making it happen on the water. But you know, it's a retirement day, and guess what? I gotta go golf. But more content coming your way. You guys should check out the TikTok videos. They're being posted there on the daily, Instagram, Facebook. I've got, you know, a page on basically every single social media platform there is. So check those out and do me a favor, share the video. These are great tips for the finicky bite that people are experiencing right now in the summertime, and it's beautiful. Stay safe out there. And I will be traveling down to Grenada, Mississippi here in the next week and making stop-offs. The rods are going to be in Grizzly Jig, PTG for sure. And I might even make a run all the way down to Ross Barnett. So that's happening here shortly. You'll see some episodes coming from those lakes. Try some vertical fishing with the new Savage. If you haven't checked out the Savage, you definitely need to check out the Savage. So take it easy, guys.